Frye, a rising star, continues his professional journey again today. This crowd is eager to see what he can do. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Here's the second baseman, Brett Wisely. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And he lays down a bunt. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
He saw the infield playing deep enough to drop down that bunt, and it paid off for him. Nice execution. He put that ball down the third baseline where he knew it would be a tough play. Took advantage right there. Very smart move.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Hampton back to work. There's the strike.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Matos sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Adding up, the second baseman.
Still only one out here in the inning.
Third baseman, Boof, Frye.
In there at the knees for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Now time called at the plate. One out, the runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Struck him out swinging, and he's out. Well done behind the dish. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Hampton back to work. That one ripped. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First pitch of the inning hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
Boof, Frye, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 3 in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
Frye. One out, runner at second. Frye digs in now. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. That
Ball
misses
one,
the
no
zone, and that is ball one. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Next pitch is outside.
Ball two.
Here's a rocket out to left. Ramos right there to make the grab. Runner tags at second. Actually, he'll stay put, and there are two outs.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Frye.
Two outs, base is empty.
Batting the third baseman, Boof. Frye.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Adios, Pelota. His second of the year, and they add a run. It's 2-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. That's hard hit on the line. Matos makes the catch, and there's two away.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that. Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Frye in the box now. Take strike one. Two outs, tying and winning runs on base. And the home team trying to pull it out. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Byers to the plate, but it's offline. He will score. Back even. It's 3-3.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth, but he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off with the win if they can push across another run.
And next for the Angels, Kyron Paris.
Second baseman, Frye.
Sneaks through, base hit. Around third. Throw is offline. This one's over, and the Angels walk it off and win it 4-3.
Well, you come into the ninth inning down. First, you're looking to tie it. They did that, but then they got the extra to put themselves on top. These players knew exactly what it was going to take to win this ball game. I love it when you see a team find a way to win, and that's what they did today.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Boof, Frye. Birdsong back to work. That misses the zone. Ball one. Frye with a homer in his last game. Check swing called strike. And it's 1-1. And there's a ball.
That's inside.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that one hit to first. Harper steps on the bag. One up, one down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Man at first, one away.
Angel, the third baseman, Boof, Frye.
Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Not close with that one. 1-0. Frye went deep in his most recent game. And another ball.
Inside.
That just misses. Ball three.
3-0.
Neto over at first with one away. And ball four, two aboard.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
2 on, 1 out. And now here is Kyron Paris. Roll to short, could be 2. 2 down.
Out.
So 2 on with 2 away. Christian Pache is going to get a chance to hit here. 0-2 now. Hit in the air, right field. Tucker squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We're through 6 full. Angels 4 and the Giants nothing. Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound. Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Slings to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Angels 4, and the Giants 1. Frye with a less than great game in this one.
This wasn't his finest hour, and he may be a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse, even though they got...
Boof Frye looking to bounce back after struggling last series. Can he turn things around today? It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming your way next. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Righty delivers. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
First and second, 1 out. Frye digs in now.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Around third. Can't glove it cleanly. He'll score and tie. In there, he's safe. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
No, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
One out, runner at second. Now it's the second baseman.
2-2.
This one in the dirt. Man at second. To the right side. Tosses to first. Two gone.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Christian Pache.
Here's Christian Pache. Two outs. High fly ball out to center field. Doyle coming on. He's got it. And that ends the inning. They put two on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and one left. We played two full. Angels 2 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Macias back to work. Ball one there.
You know, these Angels showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
There's a strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. And Kenny Jansen punches him out. That's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now the third baseman, Boof, Frye. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, these Angels putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Cut on and missed, struck him out, and there's one down. Here's the third baseman, Boof, Frye. Fastball for a strike. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. That one felt good. Third home run of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 11-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
good hitter gets pitch recognition early, he saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And next for the Angels, Boof, Frye. He's already homered in this game. And that one a little below the knees. And that is ball one. Just missed. Diaz at second with 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Angels strand one, but still in command. It's 11-3. Frye really excelled in this one and contributed to the win.
Though they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
And here is Sosa to the plate.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
Swing and a ground ball. The throw to first.
That's an out.
Got the out. Boof, Frye now at the plate. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. First pitch, not close. That one at the knees for a strike.
1-1.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Doyle sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting it, the second baseman.
No outs. Runner on second.
Angel, the third baseman. Boof, Frye.
Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Man at first, one away.
The third baseman. Boof.
Frye launched a homer in his most recent game. Frye, 25 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. And that one is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Out to center. Doyle snags it for the second out.
Up next for the Angels, the second baseman, Denver.
2 outs, nobody on. Nolan Shanuel, the next to hit for the Orioles. On the ground to third. Slides for the stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. All tied up at 3 apiece. So they're all loaded up.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Fought off foul. And a pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. With the go-ahead run at third, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nice job behind the plate there.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've really got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Frye with a less than great game in this one.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to watch this one.
Boof, Frye getting ready to hit. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. That one misses. 1-0. Jones at first, 1 gone. Next offering is fouled back. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. And that's 2.
He's out.
So they make. Now here is Lenin Sosa. Detmers with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
1 out, base is empty. This to third. Frye. Over to first.
Out.
Now 2 out.
The first baseman, number 10, Zach DeSenza.
Back in Anaheim, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the third baseman, Boof, Frye.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Javier back to work. And that's in the dirt. Ball one.
You know, these Angels just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They haven't run a single count full in this ball game, and that's just wild to me. That stat alone shows they're making it way too easy to get them out.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here's the second baseman. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Taps softly to the right side. Tosses to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
One down, runner at third. So in now for the Angels, Christian Pache. Frye stands at third with one gone in the inning. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. 3-2, they take the lead.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. Go ahead run at second, and we're the top half of the sixth. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. He'll score. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Kerstad settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
Frye did well enough for them despite the loss.
He's going to be a driver for their offense and change losses like this one to wins. He needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Frye, the star of the show, getting ready to showcase his skills on the diamond. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Minnesota Twins. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Boof, Frye, the next to hit for the Angels. There's a strike. Foul ball there. One out, base is empty. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Trying to bunt his way on. Bare hand grab. Throw to first. And he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the bare hand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though. Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Left field. Walner sizing this one up, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Ball.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
First and second, no outs. Here's the second baseman.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So bases all loaded up. Jake McCarthy will hit next. On the ground, and he can't come up with it. In to score is the runner from third, and they take a 3-run lead. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Bases loaded, nobody out. So in now for the Angels, Stone Garrett.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. No advance. Good job behind the dish. To short, could be 2. Fires home for one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
That one missed. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. Right-handed reliever. That one is absolutely belted. Raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Typically not easy to go deep to center field, but he almost did right there and got a little help from the wind, just not enough.
Frye with a less than great game in this one.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's...
Two on, one out. So now it's Nolan Arenado.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Here's the throw. And he's out. You're out.
Pretty close play at the plate right there. Always an exciting one, though, and a really nice job by the defense to cut him down. It's a pretty big blow to a team when you lose a potential run that was so close to getting in there.
One down. Boof, Frye, the next to hit for the Angels. First offering misses badly for ball one. Matthews, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2022. Swings and misses, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
On the ground to third, and a foul ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
You know, Boof, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Matthews back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up. Correa is there. Hauls it in for the out. One away.
Now back, second baseman, Boof.
No outs. Runner on second.
Frye.
And that's outside. Neto at second with nobody out. in the dirt. Next offering in there for a strike. Now 2-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
2-2 the count.
Batter calls time and steps out. He needs a refresh. It is a big at bat. Missed with a changeup. Counts full, 3-2.
Full count.
And ball 4, 2
Ball
aboard.
4, take your base.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, no outs. Now it's the second baseman. First and second, no outs. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Liner, base hit. Neto around third. The throw in, safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 5-2.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Back to the top of the order now. Jake McCarthy, the next to hit for the Angels. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And there's one down.
Now back to the right fielder, Garrett.
And next for L.A., Stone Garrett.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
1 out. Runners at first and second. To third. And that chance handled. Keyshaw for 1. And that's 2. 1 run, a pair of hits. No errors. Base is empty, 1 away. And next for the Angels, Boof, Frye. Spores, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Line drive. And a base hit right there.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Here's the second baseman. Pickoff move to first. Oh, the throw is wild. On the ground to third, might be 2. To second, there's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit. Frye with a mediocre showing in this one. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but certainly didn't hurt him on the way to the win.
So up next for Minnesota, Matt Wallner. Base hit! Rounds third, headed for the plate. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
Well, not much you can say here other than you should have listened to your third base coach. It's tough because we've all seen examples of this working out for players, but when it doesn't, it's a really bad look.
So in now for the Angels, Boof, Frye. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Strike 1. Tying run is at first here in the third and final game of the series. Turned on, but foul wide of third. That's off the inside corner, and a count 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. In the air, center field. Rodriguez on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. First and second, no outs. Luke Keeschel, the next twin up to hit.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read.
Smash to the left side. Fired to second. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The center field, Rodriguez.
Runner at second here, one gone. Right down to shoot, and that is strike one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And it falls. Fires it to the plate. Tag. Too late. He scores. It's 5-2.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Flared it out there and got it to drop for the base hit. I think he got it off the handle just a little bit, but the bat held up for him enough to get something behind that swing.
Now it's the second baseman. And ball four to aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
And next for LA, Jake McCarthy. Traffic on the bases with one already in, and we're at the top of the fifth.
1-2.
Squirts away a little bit. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out. Base is empty with two away. And now it's William Contreras. Bunting for a hit. Fires across the diamond. They thwart the bunt attempt and end the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 5 innings complete. It's one out, base is empty.
Third baseman, Frye.
Outside
ball.
low, and that's ball one.
1-0.
And another ball. That's in there, and a count 2-1.
2-1.
The Angels down by a pair here in the top half of inning number 7. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And he lays down a bunt. And he barehands it. Fires to first, and they get the out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Frye did well enough for them despite the loss. Had a single and an RBI.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical.
Boof Frye, a promising prospect, just about ready to go. He brings a combination of talent, dedication, and heart to every game. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. And Thomas is out. Now the third baseman, Boof Frye.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Ball one, no strikes.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he gets tied up right there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball left side. Slings to second. And that's 2.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here comes Lane Thomas. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing and a ground ball. They get the force, and the inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. Angels 5 and the Royals 1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Chirpy back to work. in the dirt, and that is ball one.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Foul ball. Caught him looking for the K.
Man, just backdoored him with the breaking ball right there. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it looks like it's a mile away, so you give up on it, and then it just hooks around that outside corner. Tell you what, if a pitcher can make a pitch like that, you pretty much just have to tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
2 out, space is empty. Frye, 25 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2024. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Right-hander kicks, deals. Chases in the dirt, slider there. Up with it, fires to first. And it's in time for the 3rd out. So digging in, Michael Garcia. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across.
Hot shot to 3rd. Goes to 2nd for 1. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Frye with a forgettable showing in this one.
Well, at least they got the win, Boog. That's got to be the only thing lifting his mood right now.
So 2 down. Blake Mitchell will hit next.
Mitchell.
2 out, space is empty. This to 3rd. Frye fires over to first, and that is the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're down 3-2. So 1 out, nobody on. Boof, Frye, the next to hit for the Angels. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Fastball for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. That one not close. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
1 out and a runner at 2nd. He it with a slide. Over to first. And they get the out. This is such a difficult play for a third baseman, Chris. A sliding stop and worthy of another look with StatCast.
Well, I'll tell you, man, I'm frustrated if I'm the one hustling down the line the whole time, thinking I've got a knock and going to beat the throw, and then, boom, you hear the ball hit the mitt, and you're out. That's just a great stop and great throw.
1 out, bases empty.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
Fires in time. So 2 away with nobody on. And now the DH, J.J. Bleday. And he drops it down the third baseline. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Bunting for a hit. He pops it up. Whip for 1.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Here's the second baseman. Frye stands at first with 1 out. Step off, throw to first. Frye back on a dive.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And that's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Winning run on base at first, no outs. And that's in for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Check swing, but he went too far. And the count is 0-2.
2 strikes.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. With the winning run on at first. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. To second, but way too late. Safe there. First and second, 1 out. Now the number 2 hitter, Ozzie Albies. Hard hit to third. There's 1. Back to first, and it's over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there. Frye had a game to forget in the loss.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish.
First and second, no outs. Here's the veteran shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. And the pitch. Smash to the left side. Frye tossed to second. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Frye digs in now.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Smoked on the ground to second. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Angels stranded. 1 out, bases empty.
Third baseman, Boof.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
The 0-1. And a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering way off the plate.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Francisco getting ready to hit. Hard hit left side. They get the force. That's out number 3. 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th.
Now batting, third baseman.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that,
they take the force out. Inning over. Strand 1. They're down 1-0. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Frye now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. And there's a foul ball. Close one, doesn't get the call. And 1-1. And that's fouled off. Swings and misses. Now only 1 out remaining.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then